And welcome one and all back to that and shit. Here's the man named Jack and Best Fight.
That's me.
Still playing some Danganronpa.
Yes, we are. I'm
Alright,
so excited. I'm so... I'm not going to finish that thought. Never mind.
Please, yeah. No, we don't do that. It's blocking. Wait, what?
That's... the...
Still another floor. Not everything is opened up yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, on that note, that cleaning closet is on the map, which means it's important. Did that classroom? There's a library. I'll go this way first. What are these? What's this bar area? It's whack. Do the big room last. I want to see what's in the small room over here first. Another classroom by the look of it.
Reality isn't everything.
Shut up, you don't exist. Breaking without blocking them. No, I'm not brave enough to try it. And you could always ask Monokuma. Like, he's been pretty straight up about what you can and can't do. Like, you could always ask him if something's breaking the rules. Alright, nothing in here yet. Help. Just press the help button. Help! Okay.
I'm surprised there's not like a fire alarm.
Yeah, I've been thinking, what happens if you try to light the place on fire? Like, it... Because how is it worded in the report card? Not the report card, the regulations. Alright, leaving campus is unacceptable. Nighttime, sleeping is forbidden. Explore the academy. Violence against the headmaster and destruction of surveillance cameras is forbidden, but not destruction of school property. Just the cameras.
Yeah, so could you just potentially commit arsonery and...
Yeah!
And Monokuma wouldn't care.
Yeah, I mean, unless a camera got destroyed, but you could just say, hey, it wasn't my intent. Like, if you're committing arsonery to try to kill someone...
Who knows? Who knows?
But it is interesting that arsonery isn't illegal. Because my first thought was, can I start lighting fires? Can I burn the bitch down? Shelf is packed tight with books, like a tiger. But looking at it, whole thing's dusty. Looks like the library's been neglected for a long time. As nice as the school itself is, whoever's in charge of upkeep has been pretty lazy. Strange. I had to head to the school shop, too, at some point. Is the same flavor text? Yes. Do these have coins in them? Okay. Same flavor text, but they can still have coins because they're different privileges. Monitor. Camera. Laptop. It looks like a laptop. It's pretty old, covered in dust.
So I think it is a laptop, Naegi. I don't think it just looks like a laptop. Unless it's cake, because as we know, everything is cake.
Anything could be cake.
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened.
That doesn't mean it's broken. It's damaged, maybe.
Well, I mean, she's not the Mary Sue of computer techs. Maybe,
yeah, get Chihiro in here.
Yeah.
Have her take a look at it. It's broken, huh? Man, that's a shame. Too bad we don't know any techies. And if it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Envelope? A letter. Hope's Peak Academy?
Indeed.
It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside?
But we shouldn't read the...
Shut up,
Makoto,
Naegi.
you bitch!
And
just read it!
Investigate, my boy!
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside, you dumb, useless bitch.
Kiwagiri's right. I'm surprised she waited. Broke the seal, pulled out the sheet of paper, read what was written there. I'm surprised they waited for me.
Well, I mean, you're the main character. The plot can't move without you.
Fair. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth that will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full government support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now, and I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does it mean? It's starting to look like a triple rainbow.
So what do you think it means?
That the real school shut down, and...
The real school? You don't think this is the real school?
I mean, okay. I find it just a little bit hard to believe that the murder high school is sustainable long term. Mm-hmm. Like, just because these people are all famous on the way in, if a lot of them don't make it out, there would be a lot of questions. Like, why are so many of these students just vanishing? Mm-hmm. Like, you could do that. You could do this 1 year, and then after that, rumors would be everywhere. Unless they're like cloning people or putting in doppelgangers or doing something to cover up the tracks, which far-fetched, incredibly far-fetched that he's got doppelgangers of every single one of them. Possible, you know.
I mean, if he's using magic, I'm sure it's possible.
Possible, but far-fetched. So, what I'm getting from this is that this was from the library, that's very clearly not upkept. This was a real school once, but some shit went down and they had to close, except they didn't ever close. And Monokuma moved in, and whatever Monokuma is or whoever he represents moved in, and instead of the school closing, it just changed.
Close enough.
The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed.
It would seem Hope's Peak had stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to I can't read, I'm sorry, Kirigiri. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently.
I mean, you'd be surprised at how quickly dust can build up. Mm-hmm. Like, even if we're just talking about the duration of a summer break, you can get a decent layer of dust on something. But it does raise a good point. The school would have been closed down a while ago, so if this isn't the first year that Murder High has existed, they're covering tracks somehow.
Then these people are possibly the first ones to enter Murder High School the way it is now.
Yeah? Anyways.
If I had to guess, I'd say the letter could be at least a year old.
So you're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the masterminds took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance. But that would mean it was closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked stuff up online about this school, and I never saw anything about this.
So in other words...
That must have all been part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming this letter is real.
However, good point. If it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down.
That would be a nice, simple solution, it's true.
See, Tagami and Kirigiri, they are on their game. Whereas,
I low-key ship them.
I wouldn't go that far, because I hate Tagami's guts.
I ship them to be the ones who solve shit.
I could friendship them at
friendship. Friendship, detective friendship them.
Nigiri is my favorite ship of Danganronpa, period.
But what about this other part? Serious issues beyond our control. Yeah, did Monokuma show up and he's the reason they had to shut down the school?
Possibly.
Not the end.
It's like
doors,
when you look at me like that, it's
this.
just like I know everything that's going on, and it's gonna It's gonna blow your fucking mind.
I mean, you're doing a very good job playing coy, and I appreciate it. You know I hate spoilers.
I'm trying so hard because it's like I know everything that's happening.
You're doing a better job playing coy than I usually do. So, anyways, what do they mean by serious issues?
No, I slipped up earlier, and yeah.
What'd you say?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
But I was looking back over, like, I think it was one of the first 2 episodes, maybe the 3rd episode, where I accidentally said something. And it might have been on purpose. I don't remember what was going through my head, but I spoiled a big spoiler.
Well, is there any connection between then and now?
But it went over your head, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
If the 2 events are, in fact, connected, uncovering the connection would be a useful clue, on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive.
I think it's pretty clear that his motive is A, entertainment, and A minus, maybe selling the entertainment?
I mean, I feel like Monokuma's already stated it, that basically, yeah, it's just for entertainment.
Yeah. And on top of personal entertainment, selling the entertainment.
Personal and commercial, possibly. Yeah. But definitely personal, because of all that hope and despair fetish that Monokuma has.
The despair fetish, for sure. Anyways.
Although I can't really say anymore until we find more details.
Okay, well, you're a big help. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. Yeah, that's how masterminds work, bitch. Masterminds.
You get so mad at them.
Because they're all. Okay, I'm not gonna say I was smarter than this in high school, but I was smarter than this in high school.
I mean, could you figure out what's going on with Monokuma based on all these clues?
Has there been enough revealed to definitively state everything that's going on? Because I feel like I've put forward some pretty strong theories.
You put forward theories, but none of them have hit the mark.
Okay.
You've gotten close, but no banana.
Whoa, banana!
No, sorry, is that's not the phrase. That's what my friend Gracie says. She says close but no banana.
Okay.
The phrase is close but no cigar, right?
+1 echo to anyone who can name in the comments what that audio clip is from. The one I'm mimicking, the whoa, banana. Because if you know that, you have heard that voice at least like 200 times. I
just know banana from Powerpuff Girls.
Not that one.
Banana.
If we can figure out why they want to imprison us, will that be enough to get us out of here? No. Or, alright, so I can talk to each of these bitches.
Yeah, I think you already talked to Kigiri.
I talked to the laptop. I didn't click on her.
Oh. It's remarkably dusty in here, and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in.
Yeah.
I mean, dust the place then.
Yeah. Toko!
What? You must be pretty happy to have all these books around. Oh, that's your line, my bad.
Oh. You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko?
Not particularly. Nothing's really caught my attention so far.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. There's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking. There's no big anime titties.
No, nothing.
Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section?
Comic books? Young adult? That stuff's a waste of time.
Fuck you. Young adult fiction is some of the best stuff out there.
Toko, What's your audience? I'm curious.
Yeah, I was like, young adult is that middle marker between old enough to like explore mature concepts, but also not mature. Like, there's a time and place for mature books and mature reading, and I mean that both in a lust sense, but also a graphic sense
And
or
also,
a tragedy sense.
Comic books are awesome.
Yeah, comic books are awesome. Reading as entertainment for young minds absolutely shaped who I am today. I spent so much time in the young adult section of the library, and Toko can go fuck herself. As a writer, how dare you put down a genre? How dare you? I've seen what you write, Miss Fukuhara. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't... She's a smut writer, isn't she?
I'm a smut writer.
I've written smut. I don't know if I'd say I'm a smut writer. I was gonna deny it, but...
What the heck? My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. You know what? I understand where Toko's coming from, because she's probably thinking it all of fan service. But then again, what she does is fan service too, because if she is a smut writer.
She would either write a Twilight spinoff or, Breaking Shades of Grey. That would be the title of her book, or 50 Shades of Bad. Yeah, that's her book.
No, she seems like she's into fishermen. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just yeah, remember? At the beginning, she wrote a famous novel about fishermen.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all.
Ooh, she's a terrible author. Ooh, the lady doth protest too much.
I love Toko.
Methinks. I bet you're secretly into boy-on-boy action.
Yes! Yowie.
Yowie. Wowie, yowie.
Ew, don't say it like that. You're gonna make it sound...
Oh, wowie, yowie.
Ew, I don't like it. Ew.
Wowie!
Ew. Homosexuality. Boys kissing.
Don't
Yuri.
don't say you've never read any kind of homoerotic stuff.
I didn't say that. I'm memeing, guys. I'm not actually homophobic.
Right.
I'm bisexual.
And remember, traps aren't gay.
Yes, they are.
Traps aren't gay.
Boy on boy. I don't care if it's anime or comics or fanfic or whatever. It's all filth. Throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade.
I mean, she's got a point, but at the same time, enjoying something something doesn't need to last forever.
Yeah,
for
it's
it to
contemporary,
be enjoyable.
right?
Yeah, like something doesn't need to be immortalized for it to be enjoyable, like Udasanas, you know?
Ugh, just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
More like you're gonna go to the bathroom so you can dry off. You've insulted me, and you've insulted my honor! I still don't know what voice to do for him. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, talking to them was a mistake.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm absolutely so shocked.
I'm absolutely shocked. Blah, 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 blah. How come?
Damnation!
They have all these books and not one copy of any of my works. You write fanfic. You write smut fanfic. You write yaoi smut
He
fanfic.
writes manga and it's a library. I'm just
You can have smut manga. You can have manga fanfics.
but I'm just saying it's a library manga. I don't know that it really belongs in a library.
Every library in all of my schools, from grade school up to college, had a manga section.
Nope, not
And I am
mine.
forever grateful for that, because boy was there some dope shit in there.
Like, we had manga and comic books, but they were usually like on stands or something that you could whirl around like you do with like sunglasses at a grocery store or whatever. But it was very, very small. Not a lot.
I mean, it wasn't an extensive manga section, but it existed. They had, like, I remember reading Naruto, Death Note. Oh man, what was that one cool one I liked? Plus Anima, I think.
I mean, I'm
Was
just
the
saying, I
name
don't
of it?
think his kind of manga belongs in a library.
Probably not. Now I'm just trying to think what mangas I read while I was in high school. There was some manga that I expected to turn out interesting, but it turned out to be a romance manga that I read way too much of before figuring that out.
How?
Don't ask. Anyways.
You liked it, huh?
It was alright. What other mangas were there in high school? I'm trying so hard to remember.
In my high school, it was Naruto, Pokemon. I believe there was like a Kingdom Hearts manga as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should check up on Plus Anima and see how many books they have, because I remember really liking that. Anyways, not one copy of Hifumi Yamada's works.
Yeah, why would they have comics in a library?
Because libraries are dedicated to the written word in all forms. Comics are valid. You can explore you can explore emotionally mature concepts in comics just as well as you can in a novel. Oh man, what was that one? There was one comic that I read in college that was this surreal Native American sci-fi piece. Like, the main character was from a Native American styled culture, but in a sci-fi universe, and the entire thing was just surreal and thought-provoking and mind-blowing, and I have no idea what it was called. I remember absolutely nothing about the title, which is a shame, but anyways.
Plus, most fanfic is just a porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs.
I mean, she's not wrong. Fanfic is usually smut. You just don't get it. Not at all.
I do too get it.
Oh, she gets it. Oh, she gets it.
She gets off on it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell that nothing you do is worthwhile.
Hey, that's judgmental. That's not cool.
That's mean. But also, you don't like him either.
No, I don't.
You called him an it based on his
See, here's the thing. I understand that me bashing him based on his appearance is mean and not polite, but I'm still gonna do it. Like, I am not a good person. And again, for the record, this is your sporadic reminder to never take my advice. My advice is usually, on occasion, I can give serious advice. Usually my advice is given with the intent of me watching you follow my advice and laughing when it backfires. That is most of my advice.
Alright, on with the show.
Anyways, next bit.
You know nothing!
Also, side note, never judge a book by its author? Okay, good. Sometimes people say never judge a book by a cover. A cover exists for you to judge the book by. Like, a cover exists to communicate to you what the book is about. So, that phrase, never judge a book by its cover, you can't judge the style and skill of writing by the cover, but at the same time, the cover exists to be judged.
I mean, I feel like no one would have read Twilight if the covers weren't interesting.
Probably, yeah. Anyways, what you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the
meaty pulp of my genius.
God, it's not just his appearance, his character.
The
arrogance.
words
he, not his arrogance, just the words he uses.
Here we go!
My creations are what determine my meaning and value.
Valid. Like, what you create kind of determines what you hold meaning.
You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours will drop my HP?
You can do his voice. You do it better than I do.
I'm trying.
Those two really worry me.
They're gonna fuck.
Or kill each other.
Or both.
Either they're gonna fuck, or Toko's gonna kill Hifumi. Which, I would be okay with that. I'd be like, hey, Toko, listen, girl.
Monica
I support you.
will just come out like, yeah, kill me for free, that's fine.
You can have a freebie on this one. What's this door back here? What's behind this door? I just asked that. It's some kind of archive. All I saw in there was stacks of old books and files. I can't imagine what business you would have in there. Maybe researching the history of this school? Like, an archive is the kind of shit that we'd want to see. But okay. Fuck you, Byakuya. But still, this library is most interesting. Huh? What's interesting about it? I'm a country bumpkin. I don't know how to read.
Stop talking.
He was talking to you, Jack.
See, I vibe with Byakuya. I would rather be playing as Byakuya right now. I vibe with him.
After he just disrespected you like that.
I'm disrespecting we're both disrespecting Naegi. Anyways.
No, he was talking to you.
Yeah, fair. Thank you. Just let's
Stop
leave.
talking. Stop talking. That was good. But he didn't even read his last line.
Oh, I was just thinking aloud. Ha ha. Maybe hon I am posh British.
Oh, is that the accent you're gonna give him now? You're gonna make him the new Monsieur Baguette.
Monsieur Baguette. Nobody can replace Monsieur Baguette.
I think there will eventually be a character within this series, not the first.
Nobody can replace him.
Just a second.
But I might reincarnate him.
Alright.
It will be the same character. He will carry his memories over. Monsieur Baguette he's a recurring character now. You're right.
Oh, Makoto, hey, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Guess what I found? A pool. There's a pool here. A pool. Pool.
A pool. A pool. A pool. A pool. A pool. Great. I love to play billiards. You don't have to keep repeating it. I know. Water gets you wet.
Okay.
And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out.
Ah, dope. Yeah, you're right about that. She seems really excited. Nice Gatling gun, bro. Holy shit.
This is the real
Is that a real gun? It's not like we're at war here. Why would we need something like that here? Also, hold on. I need to go Google something really quick because, like, the camera turrets I understand.
But babe, we're like almost 30 minutes in.
Okay, so a Gatling gun of that style by modern standards could fire 6,000 rounds per minute. At 60 seconds in a minute, that is 100 bullets per second. Why do you do not need something like that against a soft target? You don't. Even if it's an old school one, like an old school Gatling gun from 1861.
Okay, well, let's talk about it for a second. Why do you think they would want that in the school?
Okay, so that is overkill. That is significant overkill. Way more than what would be needed for just these high schoolers. So,
Good point, yes.
there's a couple reasons they might want it. Intimidation, to prove a point, you know. Or...
Fear, maybe they aren't even loaded.
They'd be loaded. They'd be loaded. So, fear and intimidation to drive a point home, shock and awe factor. Overkill is underrated, but there might be a target that they need that much firepower for.
I mean, Monokuma did mention there's more than one of him around.
Which would be... what? The Monokumas are different personalities. Do they have one consciousness stream?
They have one conscience stream.
Okay, because some of them seem a little bit more intelligent than others.
Really? What makes you think that?
Well, okay, some of the Monokumas have popped up, like the one who explained the bathroom door. That felt like a pretty canned response. It didn't have quite as much character as the normal Monokuma does. And also, the nightly announcements, I was gonna say, are those nightly announcements pre-recorded, or are they, like, actual Monokuma speaking every time? He changed it this time, so that answered that question, but anyways. Behind this door is the girls' locker room.
This is the girls' locker room.
Yes,
in
I'm aware.
case you can't read the blue text. A true gentleman will respect our space, yes?
Oh, I respect your spaces, alright. In fact, I've respected women's spaces 9 times already, and the 10th time is when I get, like, the final one, the punch voucher.
stop it. You're gonna know.
Can I investigate this? Is that a real gun?
Yeah,
Not like we're at war here. Well, okay, yeah, that's... He doesn't talk about that. Surveillance camera unit. Okay, so... But back to the gun. Either it's not real, or it is. Actually, no, I take it back. Either they need that much firepower, or they don't. If they don't need that much firepower, it's real or not real. It's here for shock and intimidation. But if they do need that much firepower, what do they need that much gun for? Because again, that, on soft targets, that could slaughter a lot. Let me see. Bunch of different cool items on the shelf. Monocoin, cool. I need to visit the shop.
Yeah.
Life preserver.
Yay!
Cool coin. Screen monitors. Love to just smash it. See, that's the thing. There's nothing against smashing the monitors, just the cameras. Card reader to the... I wonder what it's for! I wonder what the card reader next to the locker room door is for! It's a mystery!
Yeah! Oh! And I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms.
Interesting. That's important. Really?
Of course.
Really?
What?
If you want to unlock the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boys' handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line.
But what if someone opens the door and then someone else just sneaks in?
Or if one gets stolen.
I miss doing my jingle voice already.
Me too. Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity.
Oh boy.
See? There's a Gatling gun mounted on the ceiling, right? And it'll be all daka 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 daka. That's a 40K reference.
Just a second.
Daka. More daka. I bet, no, it wouldn't hurt. You would die before you registered
if you got
pain.
shot by that thing.
You would die so much faster than you would register pain.
No, I think it'd be a little worse than that. Chihiro. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook and that would get them into the girl's locker room, would it not?
Or, you could scavenge a handbook from a corpse.
You could.
I would have definitely scavenged Sayaka and Leon's handbooks, just because, you know, that might come in useful. But that never even occurred to me. To think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish. Okay, well, how's this sound?
I got it.
Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited.
What about stealing?
There. Now, nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius. It's because my brain's 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place.
Is that okay?
After all, they would likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook.
So,
But you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
I would be.
Of course.
It's because all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at the age where you try humping a plastic bottle. Ha! To keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch.
Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decided to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. Celeste, you cockblock. Whatever. See, well now sex is out the door. You can't get laid.
Maybe, but all I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself.
Yes.
I don't care what happens in your private dorms. By force or by cunning, do whatever you want. Shit.
Jeez, Monica.
That not cool, man. Not cool. I know I spent all of Corpse Party making non-consent jokes, but that's not what this series is going to be about. This series is going to be a strong moral series.
That wholesomeness. You're going to become Nageki at the end of this. You're going to
Impossible.
Vibe with him so much. You're gonna
Impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is possible. Let your dreams be dreams.
That you can say the impossible turns into it's possible. You know, from next Cinderella.
Just the
We're gonna
worst.
keep going. Next bit.
I hate you so much.
Me too, man.
See ya later!
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya.
Alright, and we're 35 minutes in. Do you want me to do the line?
Oh yeah, let's finish this voice segment. We're almost done with it.
Alright. Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up.
You got it!
Celeste, Chihiro, you want to come with me?
As for me,
There's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face.
Yeah, it washes the powder off, I bet.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll pass this time.
Huh?
How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it.
I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Anyway, I now have a pretty good idea of what's on the second floor, but I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I better head back to the dining hall. Alright, and that is where we're gonna have to mark the episode, as I do hear my curtain calling and we've run out of time. So I'll see you in the echoes, but don't forget to tongue punch the like button on the way out.